Today's Baldwin Park City Council regular meeting today, September the 2nd, 2015. The time is 7:05. So just also want to say that will be item number 7 is been listed here on our agenda, and that will be moving that over to the public hearing narrative section. So just want to let everyone know as we go on. So at this point, I'm going to have Councilmember Ricardo Pacheco lead us in an invocation, followed by the flag salute. I will ask all those that are able to stand to please do so at this point. Thank you.
Okay, I ask that you all bow your heads. And Heavenly Father, please give this leadership in the city council, our school board members, our water board members, and all the public agencies. Give our leaders the wisdom to make the right choices. Bless those men and women that put their lives in danger, those firefighters, police officers, the men and women in the armed forces that are serving our country today. Bless their families and calm their hearts so that they may be here when ready to receive the soldiers when we come back from service. And these things we ask the Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. At this point, I'm going to salute our flag. Please place the flag. Place your right hand over your heart. Repeat after me. At this point, ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to say thank you and good evening to everyone. I want to also welcome back our city treasurer, Maria Contreras, whose mother passed away several weeks ago. Thank you, and our deepest condolences. We close on her behalf as well. And I know that Mr. Al Contreras also had an uncle that passed away a couple of weeks ago, so our condolences goes out to Mr. Contreras as well. Any other council members wishing to close on any?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Consuelo, or better known as Concha Orozco, from the city of Irwindale. She passed away at 98 years old, very active within the community, one of the founding families of Irwindale. Her maiden name originally was Salazar, but she was married to the Orozco. You might see her brother-in-law, Jose Orozco, is very active with our senior center, but she passed away a couple of weeks ago.
Thank you very much. At this point, I will have our city treasurer will take roll call. Thank you. And go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Monica Garcia. Here. Councilmember Ricardo Pacheco.
Present.
Councilmember Susan Maria Hernandez.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Luis Vaca.
Here, and welcome back.
Mayor Manuel Jose.
President, thank you. Thank you very much, Madam City Treasurer. Before I go on, I just want to also acknowledge Mr. Doug Parnell, that's been with the Baldwin Park Police Department for how many years, Kevin? 25. 25 years. He's an excellent officer who goes right through the ranks themselves as a sergeant, lieutenant, and now captain. So congratulations, and looking forward to working with you. He is very well known throughout the community as well. So congratulations. Thank you.
I'd also like to congratulate Officer Blueberry for lieutenant.
That's right.
As well as
I
my
know it's here.
guys.
Thank you. Congratulations, Blueberry. Appreciate that. Thank you. I want to thank you as well and all the officers that have been partaking out there in the street fair that we have in the city. It's been an excellent program. All right, so at this point, do we have any, well, actually, let me go into the presentation since we don't have any other comments by the council members.
Or Mayor, may I
Yes.
say something real quickly?
Sure.
We're trying to improve city services, just so everyone knows, we have some surveys out at the second floor, right, lobby at City Hall, as well as online. We just want to get your input as in terms of service and how they treat you. So please feel free to fill an application so we know what you need in our community. So thank you. We're taking the surveys and trying to improve every aspect of the city. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so at this point, we'll go to
Excuse me, Mayor.
Yes.
I'd like to excuse, I have.
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay, I'll go ahead and move a motion to excuse her.
Second.
Second, any objections? Seeing none, so moved. All right, I'm going to go to the second item that's here. We're going to go to the presentation of certificate of recognition to Ricky Manin to honor his accomplishments in judo, and it represented the Mojica Judo Club. So it's, we have Ms. Mojica here tonight?
Tony,
Oh, Tony, come on up here, Tony. Yes, sir.
Thank you. It's nice to be up here. I want to say thank you again to all the city council, the mayor, and I want to say we have Ricky here that he has been with this program for almost 10 years. And I think I was saying before that this club has accomplished so much here. I think we have, I remember I was reading one thing the other day, and it was one of the things I read. I love quotes, and one of the quotes I read is, death is, one of the worst things worse than death and tragedy is when you have no life and purpose. I think my life here with Baldwin Park and teaching judo to these kids has been the biggest accomplishment for me. And watching some of these kids grow up, become good people, good citizens, and real productive in every aspect. And going on to school, and like I said before, judo and any athletic career is a very small window. And we have to understand that. I always tell the kids that I don't care what you do in sports, it's very small. What you do after is such a big window in your life. So I'm very proud of the fact that most all our kids here are doing very well, and they're all good kids, and we show them something different. And Ricky has accomplished so much in those 10 years with us, and his grades are, he's working on an academic scholarship, and he's one of our good kids. And right now we have our whole judo club here. We're all family, and the whole club came down to support his recognition in the city. And I like to have them all stand up if that's possible.
Sure,
All stand up.
absolutely, yes.
Nice, and I'll offer them.
All right.
A lot of these kids here are going to plan to go, like I said, we have some kids who plan to take to Japan next year to see what judo is all about and just show them other things around the world. But I want to say thank you again, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you again, and the City Council for giving me this privilege to come and talk to you and give you a good friendly reminder. On November 8th, we're going to have our anniversary, our 20th anniversary. And at Baldwin Park, we're going to have a whole team from the Mexico Olympic team in '92, and then there'll be a team from Mexico City to come down and participate. And so if you could save that one date, that'll be great. It'll be a great honor to have you there just to see some of the players and some of the teams from out of the country. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so this one I will ask Mr. Ricky Marin to come up to the lectern, up to the dais. Come on up here. What does your shirt say? Oh, okay. Come on up here. Look here, I'm just going to read a little portion of it here, but just stand right next to me here. Rick Marin started judo at the age of 7 years old. It was a Mojica Judo in Baldwin Park. His first tournament was at the Winter National and placed second. And at 8 years old, Ricky completed the California Games and placed third. At 9 years old, Ricky completed the California State Games again and placed first place. After that, he was able to travel to Florida to compete in the U.S. Open and placed third. Still at 9 years old, he competed in the Winners National and placed first. At 10 years old, Ricky traveled to Washington to compete in the Scholastic National and placed first place. He also competed in the California State Games and placed first. So he's got a laundry of items that are listed here. We're extremely proud of you, Rick, as well, on behalf of the City of Baldwin Park. I want to make sure that we obviously support you. And again, we know that the judo organization that's here, the Mojica group, are behind you 100%. And of course, I'm sure that you will go on to achieve it, and maybe we'll see in the Olympics. So never know. So yes, we will. That's right. So on behalf of the, come on up here, Rick. On behalf of the City of Baldwin Park, we present the City Council congratulates you and commends you for your hard work and dedication. Congratulations on your participation in many judo tournaments throughout your years with Mojica. You have been an outstanding competitor and have achieved many high ranks and has traveled to many states, making a name for yourself and your club. Thank you for the favorable recognition you bring to your club and our community. So on behalf of the City Ballpark, I want to thank you, Ricky. You're awesome, brother.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting me. I'd like to thank the City of Baldwin Park for supporting my efforts to go to the Olympics. And I'd like to thank the club for supporting me.
All right, awesome. Sounds good. Although we're also going to place your name on the marquee tomorrow morning, Park, so you can see it. So tell all your friends.
Take a picture. Let's see. Take a few of them. 1, 2. Hold it. And we are good.
You got that one right there?
Yes. And 3, 1, 2, and any others?
All right, thank you very much. You know what I do? Why don't we bring up all the team up here? Take a picture with Ricky. Come on up here. Let's bring the team. Oh, and then mom and dad? Okay. Let's bring the mom and dad as well.
Well, Mom and Dad. Come on, Dad.
Yeah, please come on. All right, come on in. We all fit here?
Yes.
Okay, let's get some on this end. On this end. Do we want to put them in front of us?
Balance it out.
All right. Yeah, come on in here.
Looking good.
Then what we'll do, we'll put you up here. That's what we usually put. Right in on Karen. All right. Stand up, yeah. Oh, she wants to be in. Okay.
Okay. This one right over here. 1, 2, and hold it. Okay, one more camera. 2. Okay, we're fine. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's thank them, give them an applause, and also what an excellent performance last week when they were out there. All right, thank you.
Mayor, I just want to say that I've seen Mr. Mojica and his training, working with a lot of students. There's a lot of enthusiasm there when they go to those classes to take judo and for everyone to take those classes. But it's just remarkable to see the great work that Mr. Mojica does with these kids and how they continue to go to do Olympics and do just a lot of work. So give another round of applause. Thank you so much, Mr. Mojica. And my son is 4 years old now, so I know he's ready to go to judo. He looks fine, he's karate. He likes judo too. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, at this point, I will now administer the oath of office to the city commissioners appointed and reappointed to the planning commission and personnel commission, respectively, at the city council meeting. So at this point, I will ask Mr. Kenneth Wood, Joanna Valenzuela, Manuel Gilbert Padilla, Ms. David Muse, Mario Jr., and Joseph Julian. So they can come up here.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, sounds good. Take care, everyone. get everyone on this end so I can read out. Use my glasses. Man, you can take some shots of that. Good, yeah, yes. Okay. I'm just kidding. You know what? Why don't we all get on this end right now? The commissioners already up. I'm gonna have everyone raise their hand. Yeah. So I'll have everyone raise their right hand. And then at the end, everyone will say, "I do." Okay. So I state. Go ahead, your name.
Joseph Scott Julia, David Hughes,
Martin Kenny Woods.
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the State of California, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Thank you. Congratulations. All right. Let me have Mr. Kidwood will be the first one. Lieutenant Simmons, Mr. Kidwood. Right at the top. Oh, left-handed.
He's a softball.
Okay, all right.
All the good.
All right. Okay, and then, Joanna? Am I giving this to them?
I'll go ahead and take it.
Oh, you'll take them? Okay, thank you.
Make copies and then I'll do send it to you.
Congratulations. All righty. So here we go. All right, so David, please. Okay, so Joseph? Wait, we're missing one. Hold on, it's here somewhere. Hold on, Mike. Oh, here we go, Mike. Say the S word. Thank you, Jim. Let's get a picture with everyone. Come on in. Let's get everyone in here.
Here, Manny, can you take those
Let's
off?
get in.
Yes.
Even it out. Yeah, we're gonna this one. Oh, come on. Okay, let's get everyone. We'll face. We're gonna face the picture.
A little bit tighter,
Good in
please.
here. Don't be scared.
Okay, we're gonna take a few pictures, 3 cameras, 1, 2, and hold it. Okay. Very good. One last one. Okay. 2 and perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a great
Thank you.
photographer.
Yeah.
Really should.
Good shots.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations. My problem.
All right, so at this point we're going to have our CEO, Mr. Shannon Nancy, give us a rundown on the actual American Jobs Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, and we're really happy to announce that we're bringing an America's Job Center to Baldwin Park. It will be located at the adult school, and the facility and the services offered there will be open to anybody and everybody not just students at the school. As I said, it's opening up at the Baldwin Park Adult School, 4640 Main Street. All the services and programs there are free to anybody in the community. There'll be a number of services and programs offered at the at the center there, and I'll go over some of those briefly. You'll get training on computer, internet, phone usage, be able to make photocopies and look up job leads, work on resumes and practice interviews, referral to adult education programs, vocational rehabilitation, registration on Cal Jobs, and job searches and workshops. There'll be people there to work with you on case management, job development, and career counseling, enrollment for veterans, older workers, long-term unemployed and dislocated workers, and other vocational and career services. Also counseling and employment programs for dislocated and adult workers, recently separated veterans. The program, Greater Avenues for Independence program, General Relief Opportunities for Work program called GROW, Summer Youth program, and then also the all-year youth employment programs. As I mentioned, it's at the Baldwin Park Adult School, and the services will be initially available Monday and Wednesday, 2 times a week from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. We're hoping to expand those hours and services soon. And we're planning a grand opening and ribbon cutting on Thursday, September 17th at 6:30 p.m. at the adult school. Everybody's welcome to attend. There'll be some light refreshments, and afterwards we'll have take pictures and have an official ribbon cutting for the grand opening of the America's Job Center in Baldwin Park.
Awesome, that's great.
Mayor?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. I just want to thank staff and everyone that has helped, and of course the adult school that has worked really hard, and Councilman Pacheco as well, that has helped me with this, what used to be the work source centers. And this is something that I wanted to bring to Baldwin Park for a long time, because I work very closely and have worked very closely with work source centers, with some of the vocational schools where I have been administrator. And this is something that's very much needed in our community. And I believe that this is going to expand, not just to the 1 or 2 days a week. We just need to put the word out. Please pass the word and let people know that it is available. All the services are there for veterans as well. And we want to reach out to training as well as short-term career learning. Or if you want to go on and use it as a stepping stone to go on to State College or University. This is a wonderful opportunity. Please take advantage of it. Thank you.
Mayor?
Yes, Councilman Alvarado.
This is a great collaborative effort between different agencies. It started out with pushing on an ad hoc committee for jobs, and then we brought it to the collaborative, which we called it 2+2, and then changed the name because there was too many twos of board members from different agencies joining us. And, on this board was Mount Sac, we had the school district, 2 members from Baldwin Park, the county represented, and a lot of us, working together. Carlos Lopez, our board member from the Baldwin Park School District, Dr. Rubio from the Baldwin Park School District, Mrs. Vargas from the board member Vargas, from the Valley County Water. There she is right there. Remember all the long meetings we've had, and we really worked hard, really worked with Supervisor Villa Solis' office, and to really make this happen. So what used to be called the Workforce Center has now changed to the America's Job Center. So the law changed last summer, and so it just took us a while to be able to make those changes. So instead of having the Workforce Centers, are going to have access points. And this is what we were able to advocate for, having an access point at the Baldwin Park Adult Center. It's starting out with about 4 hours on 2 days a week, and right now we're advocating a lot more to have more hours during the week, because the Bragg Park has the highest unemployment in this area. I want to lower that unemployment rate, but also provide a lot of the opportunities that are there for, as Councilwoman Baca was saying, for the Mayor Pro Tem, was saying that, you know, it's for different types of training. This was for going to college, but also for vocational training. There's a lot of different kinds of training. They're at no cost or very low cost, and we want to make sure that everybody learns about it. We're going to continue to pass the word out about this facility. And we'd just like everybody to use. You're going to be hearing more about it. It's on our website. You'll be passing out more flyers and continuing to work in that area. So, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? All right, that is the presentation. All right, thank you very much.
Just real quick, I
Yes,
know we
that's fine.
acknowledged him, but I want to also, I mean, we all did already, but the school district, sometimes we forget how much they collaborate, and I see our school board member here, they always lend us facilities for pretty much anything we ask for, so I just want to thank you, make sure you thank the board in general for always being so gracious and allowing us to do work in your schools. Thank you.
Mr. Lopez, thank you very much to our board members right behind here.
Mayor, let me just add that during the time we were trying to advocate for this facility, the school district, one of the issues that the county brought up was we didn't have a proper facility. And the school district was able to talk about and say, you know, we have a facility, we have some room at the adult center. And with that, really pushed along with this whole effort to try to bring this very good job center here at Baldwin Park. So it's a great asset for us to have. We've got to use it to talk to our friends about it. So, and with that, Mayor, I also want to announce, I know that there are some residents here, there's concern about the Wayne Manor project. And so there's an invitation that says parents and neighbors of Baldwin Park informational meeting with the city council regarding Wayne Manor project. If you want to know more about this project, it's going to be on Friday, September 4th at Florence Park. So it's also in Spanish. Van y vecinos de Baldwin Park, junto con el Consejo de la Ciudad, con información acerca del proyecto Wayne Manor. So when you have these types of meetings, not the whole city council can attend. You can have two, we could have a solid 10, but only one or two can speak. There's rules on that. So I will happen to be out of town, but I did speak to Leonardo about these meetings. I have attended some of the previous meetings in regard to this project. Where I'm very concerned, as the rest of the council is, about public safety in that area and with any facility that comes in. We want to make sure that all the issues of safety are met, especially with the school children that are around us. So with that, I think other council members have anything to say about that.
I'm going to be attending.
Yes, I will be attending as well.
Perfect. Thank you. Just wanted to announce that.
All right. All right. So at this point, I will go ahead and open up the public communication. Anyone wishes to speak, yes, approximately 3 minutes. Good evening.
Good evening, council members. My name is Lilian de los Gutierrez. I wanted to take this opportunity tonight to introduce myself to you. I am the new Community Relations Manager representing the San Gabriel Valley for the Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Okay, come on.
I wanted to make a couple of announcements. I wanted to invite all of you and members of the public to our grand opening celebration of the Almani Station Bike Hub, because now Metro is also a big advocate of bike usage in our county. The facility will provide a full suite of bicycle-related services, including bike classes, gated entry for about 56 bicycles that will be CCTV surveillance 24 hours while they're there. They'll have staff there to help you during peak hours. They're going to be able to rent bikes and just offer sales for just different bicycle accessories. It's great. Hub is one of the first ones that's coming in San Gabriel Valley, so we're really excited about that. The other one is that we are having a ridership forum in the San Gabriel Valley to get feedback from our users and our patrons, and everyone here is a patron, even though there isn't bus service in this part of the San Gabriel Valley. You are still our patrons because we do a lot of other things other than buses. As you know, we also have freeway projects under construction on the 10 that are funded through Metro, especially Metro R funds. And we are having a ridership forum to get input from our stakeholders on how we can improve our services, what will it take for us to get more riders in our system, and that will happen on September 4th at the Service Council meeting in San Gabriel. at the El Monte Bike Station at 5 p.m. So with that, I'm going to leave my card. Anything related to Metro, I'm your liaison. I'm the person that will help you navigate Metro as best as I could. And with that, if you have any questions, I'm available to you. I'll leave my card.
All right, thank you very much. We'll get hand over our city treasurer. Thank you. Moving along with public communication. Anyone wishing to speak? Well, what day was that? Could you repeat that? September 4th? 14th. Thank you very much. All right.
I was carrying, well, at least that's after the holiday weekend. I don't know why they schedule anything before a holiday weekend. The special meeting on September 4th. Seems like you should have that a week later after everybody, well, some more people can attend the Wayne Manor. I thought that was dead anyway. I guess they revived that. The last meeting was here. They were talking about raising something from $10,000 to $120,000, some consulting firms or something like that. I think that $100,000 would be better suited to give those officers cameras and things like that to cut down on possible litigation. I don't know why they don't have them yet. Maybe we should go to Homeland Security and get the money from there for that, because they really need to be protected from these people that are claiming all these things and trying to sue for every little thing. Doesn't seem the officers can do anything without somebody trying to extort money out of the cities when they do things that they shouldn't be doing to cause trouble for themselves and they end up shot and killed. It's their own fault. And it doesn't matter what color, it's just the news media over there. It's always that black people are being slighted some way. And then, but aside from that, you're planning for your 60th anniversary. The logo you need is right there behind the mayor. You don't need any other fancy logos. Use the city hub. That's what should be on these agendas already anyway. That was supposed to have been done long ago. I don't know why it isn't here yet. I know that I was going to cover some other things about campaign contributions and things like that. But we know who's trying to get money from wherever. I don't think I need to cover that. I'm just not in the mood for that. Well, there is one other thing. The impounding of vehicles, that's a state law. And anybody who doesn't abide by state law could be held in civil court, I would think, because the vehicles impounded are supposed to be held for 30 days for no licenses and things like that. And you turn that car over, and they turn around and give it to that same person, and they drive, and that car should have been impounded. Whoever is thumbing their nose at state law, I think would be held in civil court. I don't think the city attorney is going to be able to help you, since the city attorney knows that this is happening. The state says you hold a vehicle for 30 days. Until Governor Brown and the legislature up there make changes, that's the law of the land. No city has the right to override that. I know this is an election year, but you place people in danger. And again,
Mr. Carey, your turn, sir.
I was just to say about insurance. You turn over your license, your car, and your insurance will not cover you.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, this one, moving on with public communication.
Hello, City Council. I'm Mr. Luna. Mr. Pacheco, I'm not your bro. My name is Arturo Roberto Luna. And don't you ever forget it again. You're a very good person, okay? Thank you. President's Ballpark, this city sometimes does things that aren't right. Your item number 6, you're going to put this stuff out there so people don't have to bid for it. My God, you just got a judge someplace in LA and said you're not supposed to be doing this kind of stuff with Royal Coach. And you do it anyway. But you people don't understand English, or you don't understand the judges. When you put something out on the market, you put it out for everybody that wants a bid for it to bid for it. Can't you guys get that? How simple that is for us to understand. But you people can. That is very rude. Also, why do public vehicles, city public vehicles that are not police vehicles need a GPS? Every one of us here in this office, in this building, has a phone with a GPS. So why is the city resident going to foot the bill for a few vehicles to have a GPS, and some of them probably will sit there for months and never be used? If somebody works in this city and doesn't know how to get back to his working facility, maybe he shouldn't be working here. You all have a phone, I'm pretty sure, to have a GPS. So why are we going to pay extra so your city officials that drive a car, whenever they drive it, with a GPS? Boy, you people just can't figure out ways to spend money. You figure we're going to tax these people to death, or we'll run them out of town, one or the other. As far as this city goes, you know, we voted some people in, voted some people out, but it seems like we're back at the same square again. The same three people vote against everything we don't want, and they don't care. Everybody out here knows exactly who three people I'm talking about. You know, maybe it should be 6 and 6. That way there's 6 people can vote yes, 6 people can vote no, and we'll be here 100 years trying to figure it out. As I said upstairs, people never can get on time. You know, I can see why a lot of people want changes in this government system, because I just was told,
Mr.
you know, Mayor,
3 minutes are
my time's up.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Again?
Appreciate that.
My God.
All right, thank you. At this time, we'll allow public communication. Good evening.
Good afternoon, City Council, Mayor, Police Department, here. My name is Neighbor Padilla, residents of Baldwin Park, 3803 Grace Avenue. Well, this morning we had a power outage over in the area of Ramona, Foster, and evidently what happened was it was a flat outage, but the flat outage turned out to be worse than that. It caused a surge of the contractor that works for Edison that shot all the way down to Fraser and Foster, and in turn killed all the power back all the way to Monterey, Ramona, signal lights, everything went crazy, and the lights were dimming in my house off and on, ready to blow up, you know, the mirror could have blown up, computers blown up, but anything could happen because it was a planned outage and nobody was informed about it. I also want to recognize a lady that worked for police department, which is a enforcement. The young lady, she was out there putting signs up. I talked to her. She was telling people that if it surges to cat, I told her, if it surges to go up and down, kill the power. You will lose your computer, you will lose other equipment, because it's surging. I checked my power on a meter, and it was reading half voltage on each line. On 2 phases, which is 220, I was reading half the voltage. That means I'll burn my computer. I shut everything off that way. I went and got ice, I told the guy, the contractor, he says, minimum is no detail, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But nobody was told. I talked to Amy, I talked to everybody else. Nobody was informed about this outage, that they could plan it. I see, she's out here, the recording secretary that happened right in front of her house. Her power is still out right now. There's no planning. And my concern is, what if something really bad could happen, earthquake? Nobody, there was no extra help, no help. The young lady was putting signs up. The lights are still off, they were not on emergency. Everybody's trying to do the best after the fact. There was no planned outage. What I'm saying is plan for the worst. We should have some kind of a committee set up where plant contractors can tell us what they're doing. It's terrible that people don't, you gotta tell people safe, put ice in refrigerators, run after ice. We need volunteers. I already got some ice immediately, but so was everybody else at the 99 cent store. And they were out of ice. But everybody's putting ice in refrigerators. We should plan ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, move along to public communication. Good evening.
Good afternoon. My name is Norma Munoz, and I come here to represent the community of the ANSA School, the parents, and the students. This evening, I am going to submit a letter to the City Council on behalf of these parents and this community, and I'm going to go ahead and read it so that it will go away. We're thanking you in advance for your attention to this matter. We come to you as members of City of Baldwin Park community. We are concerned residents, parents, and community members. The reason for this letter is to express our concerns in opposition to the upcoming proposal to approve the project named Wayne Manor Mental Health Facility. This proposed project will be residence for people with mental illnesses such as schizophrenia, bipolar, severe depression, and other mental disabilities. It will be located at 12766 Torch Street, which is approximately 75 feet away from the Dianza Elementary School. In addition, there is a walkway directly behind the schoolyard on Torch Street in which anyone who uses this walkway will have access to the back of the school. We are very concerned for the safety and security of our children, students of the Dianza Elementary School, and other surrounding schools, including our immediate neighborhood. The person who will be in charge of the Wayne Manor facility is Mr. David Coloma. And on March 6, 2015, we attended an informational meeting with Mr. Coloma. After listening to Mr. Coloma's proposals, we were left with many unanswered questions and stronger apprehension about what we heard. According to Mr. Coloma, during the first phase of this project, he plans to have 34 patients with only 3 staff members to manage them in the day and 1 staff member at night. This is a sufficient number of staff members to manage the amount of patients or clients. We are also concerned regarding the training and experience of the staff members that will be in charge of managing and handling this amount of patients who have different types of mental conditions. Mr. Loma also mentioned that the number of patients will increase as they start their second phase of this project to a total of approximately 99 patients, adult males and females. This facility will operate on an open door policy where the patients will be allowed to go in and out of the facility without any accountability or supervision. The facility will not require the patients to take any needed or required medication to help manage
When you're here, the time is up.
All right, we'll go ahead and take your letter, and then we'll get copies to all the council members.
Okay, so 3 minutes out?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Okay, but I want to submit the letter, which also includes signatures of around 600 signatures of the community members.
All right.
And I wanted to thank everyone, Mr. Pacheco, Ms. Baca for attending, and of course, Mayor Lozano for attending Friday's meeting.
All right, thank you very much, appreciate that. All right, we're gonna move on with public communication.
Greg Talbot, business owner. I'll start off with the item 6 on the agenda. Here we go again with our Pacheco buddy deals. This is affecting mainly his buddy Sid Masami. And what we're doing is authorizing the directors to do this $120,000 limit. We put it the first of the year, $10,000 limit. And if the council if they needed more, it was to come to council. You guys want to be the big kahunas up there, you want to make these decisions, but then now all of a sudden you want to raise the limit to $120,000. Why? Why can't it go through council to get approval first? There's no reason that it can't go through council first, unless we're doing buddy deals. And that's all this insinuates. And also, it's the pressure put onto the directors from certain council members like Pacheco, when he comes to these directors and influences them to make them think that their job is on the line if they don't give his buddy a job and give him this plan. 10,000 is the limit. That's where it should stay at. Now then, last council meeting, I was called a liar and everything else about FPPC and all that, but it seems the Tribune seems to think like me. You guys seem to be the liars, and you can't file your forms on time. How can you run a city if you can't even file your political forms on time? I don't understand it. You guys got all written up there. Mayor, I hope you brought your check in today, because I understand that Pacheco paid his check, so I hope you got your check for Christie today for your late file. Also, Monica, glad to see you finally here. You never seem to make it into anything. The Council Code of Ethics was brought up by Councilwoman Baca at the last special meeting, and all the three, Lozano, Garcia, and Pacheco, thumb their nose at it. They don't want to be told what to do. But the problem is, they need to have laws, and they need to be ethical. And that's what's lacking in this city, is ethical. Because the way it is now, it's intimidation on directors, intimidation on city manager. You don't do what I say, they got 5 different bosses. If you people ever work for big corporations, you will understand. You have a CEO to go to. He does the job. He goes to the directors. It doesn't go with 5 individuals to play cheap and intimidate the people for their jobs. These people are working in fear of their jobs, and they shouldn't be. It should be a happy place, but it's always a sad place because it's always bullying. And it's going to stop. And I'm going to start a petition, and we're going to get these people that are getting bullied, and there are going to be lawsuits made. And you people are going to stand by ethics. And you all took the ethics course, you all signed off on it, and you understand there is a code. And this harassment is going to end.
Mr. Carroll.
Thank you very much. I heard you.
Thank you very much. All right, move on with public communication. Margarita Vargas. Good evening.
It's just to bring to your attention that Baldwin Park Boulevard, across the street from the park, is getting dirty again. I just passed by and it's a lot of trash and bags and from the 99, I don't know from where, but I don't know who's responsible to keep clean, if the stores or our owner or whatever, but somebody needs to pay attention to that because it looks pretty bad. We don't have green grass, so now we need to have clean streets. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm moving along. Does anyone else wish to speak? Thank you.
John Rios, ex-Park Rec Commissioner. One of the reasons that ethic meeting we had with Mr. Foot, is can everybody sign, I hope. Any corporation, small or big, there's an ethic. You bully anybody else, you get fired. Okay? You slander anybody, you get fired. Okay? Like I told you the last time, I work for a corporation, the smallest company right here in California, was around 7,000 people. The main office, North Chicago, is 11,000 people. Okay? And that's where I heard about the ethic thing, I was an operation manager. If any of my supervisors would go after somebody, or any manager would go after somebody, and they come to me, they would get fired. That's why we have the rules and regulations. You know, you guys are not different than nobody else. Okay? You do not make fun of anybody else. That's why you were elected. Like you were elected, this is the year for us to straighten things out. Like last week, the church group came over and they raised slowly out because of the cars and stuff like that. Then, Mr. Mayor, you told us after the situation that you were the one that stopped the roadblocks and stuff like that. It took 3 years ago for them to come in here like they did last meeting that we had. That's when you stopped all the roadblocks and everything, because they put pressure on us. And the police chief, which she's not here no more, she got fired, you know. But those are the things that people like me, you know, remember things. Persons like me that I wouldn't even take a candy out of the store without paying it. Because I want to throw it out the street.
All right, thank you very much, appreciate that. All right. Okay, anyone else wish to speak? Okay. Board member, help us see. God bless.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, council members, mayors. As some of you might know me, my name is Carlos Lopez. I've been a resident of Baldwin Park for more than 40 years. Let me rephrase that. I'm a resident of this beautiful city of Baldwin Park for more than 40 years. And one of the reasons that I'm here is because as also you may know that I just got officially elected as a board member of the school district in this Baldwin Park city. And then on the last few meetings that we've been having in our school board, we have been having, I was going to say few, but not a lot of complaints about the Wayne Manor project next to the Ansa school. I took the chance to go by myself and walk around, well, in my case, to wheel around on this project. And then, yes, I'm agree with Mr. Nunez say that there is a little bit of risk for some of our students to be heard or somehow and be in some harmful situations with this project. I understand as a disabled person myself, I understand that all the disabled people deserve a place to be rehabilitated. But right next to a school, I don't think it's a good idea. And you have my part. This is all I wanted to say. Thank you to all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lopez. Appreciate that. Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak on the public communication? Okay, if not, I will now declare the public communication closed. Right. So this one, let's go to the consent calendar. I have Councilmember Ricardo Pacheco want to pull item number 9. Any other council members wish to pull any items?
Yes. I would like to pull item number 4, 6, and 8.
All right. Okay, any other council members wish to pull any other items? If not, I'll go ahead and move for consent calendar with the exception of items number 4, 6, 8, and 9. That is my motion.
Second.
Any objections? See none, so moved. All right, so item number 4, which is the introduction of an ordinance or of the City Council of the City of Baldwin Park to set forth and expedite the streamline permitted process for small residential rooftop solar energy systems as required by Government Code Section 65850.5. All right, that's
I would like clarification as to the urgency for this matter. I don't know if it's Shannon or Mark or.
The state has imposed a deadline for us of December to pass the ordinance. I'm sorry, by the end of the year to pass the ordinance. That's right.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with it then.
all right.
Thank you.
Okay, so at this point, do you want to go ahead and make a motion?
I'll make a motion to go ahead and
Approve item 4, and I'll go ahead and second. Any objections? So moved. At this point, we'll go to item 6, approve amendments to general on-call professional services agreement. And Vice Mayor Cruz.
I have some reservations about this, and thinking about it. We have a $25,000 limit for our CBO, and with the changes and the verbiage changes for this contract, as of 2 weeks ago that was requested by Councilmember Ricardo Pacheco, I feel that $125,000 ceiling unlimited would in 10 months give any company or companies over $1 million that the council will not be approving. I think Mr. Wall does a beautiful job, but I really do believe that that type of responsibility might be a little overwhelming at this point, and I really question that. I really question, are we willing to relinquish our vote for that amount of money? It's a lot of money, and you know that I've always been very conservative with the city's money and looking at everything. I would like to keep it at the $10,000 and to put it out for an RFP. I don't understand why we can't put it out for bid. If there is a need for $125,000 or $100,000, I want to keep it in the control of the council.
All right. Okay, so at this point, anyone else have any further questions?
Well, I'd like to speak, Mayor, thank you. Last council meeting, I expressed concern not because of the amount, but there was changes done on the dais right on the spot, and that worries me because something like that, as Councilmember, I'm sorry, Mayor Pro Tem Baca stated, and there's a potential for $1 million being spent when City Council may not have control over how that money is spent, and right now we're all watching our nickels and dimes. We have to make sure that the money's well spent, and I just really want to oppose how it was changed right here on the dais. That's just not professional. I think that we should be given the courtesy to look at the contract, read things, and really have the opportunity to have a discussion about it, especially when it's so much money. Thank you, Mayor.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so at this point, I just want to add also that there are and continue to be on a panel that's being utilized by the city of Baldwin Park. And again, if there's major items that need to be addressed, then be here part of the city council as well. So just want to for the record. So at this point, do the council members have any questions?
I just have one comment. I believe that the way the process works, and we did follow all the rules and regulations by the California Public Code, and that there was already a RFQ that selected and listed the consulting firms that we would use. And then following that, most cities do go up to about 100,000 or more for the projects. These are special funds. They're not we call general fund dollars. So they're just projects for streets. So when every project that's $10,000 keeps coming to the council, and slows down the process. That's why there's another process where you select it and already made agreements as to how much the fees are going to be for the different consulting firms. That can still be negotiated project by project based on the public works director. So those were the changes that are made, not that it was general fund money. These are special project dollars, and the limits need to be raised so that they don't consistently come back as an RFQ. They've already been RFQ'd, and there's already a list of firms that are used. So. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
I would move approval.
Yes.
Wait,
Go ahead.
I want to reiterate that whether it's special funds or general funds, in 10 months, there could be $1 million or more that could be spent, and I really do feel that we as council members have to have control of that, whether they're special funds, grants, or whatever it is. I feel that we're losing control, and it's worked in the past. I mean, we've been working this way for a while, and I don't think it has slowed down any of the process. We have a good director that knows how to direct not only staff, but also to seek grants and to see how the monies will be spent. I just feel that I personally would not like for the council to lose control of what the decisions are.
Okay, so to accommodate your concern, I would say that per project is up to 125, not to exceed 2 projects.
But we can't just, I would really like to see this come back with the new language instead of the unlimited. I would like to see it come back with the new language. This is something very serious, whether it's special funds or any type of funds. To me, it's very serious. And I really do believe that we need to bring it back with the new language and take a good look at this and see if this is the route we want to take at this point.
Again, you know, as I said earlier, we're all following the code. This is how the last cities follow this process. And we're definitely very good.
Well, and I respect that this is Baldwin Park, and you know, we've been very conservative in looking at everything, including, it took us a long time to be able to negotiate with the labor contracts and with our staff, and I just think that we need to be consistent when it comes to how we spend our money here for the future and present. So that's my.
All right. Okay, this one, Councilmember.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, and I also looked at this item and, had some concerns. I mean, I asked that we bring the item back, but I do know that other cities also follow a similar process. What I would ask is, can we get quarterly reports, as to how these monies are being spent or the contracts that are being issued. Let's get a quarterly report, and, if we can monitor it on a going forward basis, and otherwise I'm supportive.
All right, so at this point, we'll just amend that to have quarterly reports.
Okay, so
I just want to clarify something real quick, if I may. I heard him say right now 125,000, and it says 120. So just for clarification, this is 125 and 120.
Whatever it says in the report.
All right. Okay. So at this point, there's a motion, and then obviously there's an amendment to it. There's a motion by Councilman Ricardo Pacheco.
So you have a motion to amend this.
I'll second.
With adding the reporting quarter.
I'll second. Are there any objections?
Yes.
Okay, Madam City Clerk or City Treasurer, could you conduct set your roll call, and then the vote is yes. Is to pass and improve the amendment to the general on call professional service agreements, as is with one amendment that we receive quarterly reports.
Mr. Mayor, can I clarify that amendment to make sure we know exactly what it is? So the amendment will go in under number 1.7 compensation. It will be a D, and it will say quarterly reports. The quarterly reports are required regarding all contracts related to this amendment.
All right. Okay. All right. So at this point, our city treasurer.
Councilmember Ricardo Pacheco.
Yes.
Mayor Manuel Lozano.
Yes.
Councilmember Monica Garcia.
Yes.
Councilmember Susan Uriel. Yes. Mayor
Excuse me. All right. So the motion passes. The vote is 3-2.
And I want to be sure that they.
Hold on. Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
The vote was
Hold on. It was 4-1. Excuse me.
Yes, but I want to be sure that it was clarified that I said no.
Yes. All right, that's fine. All right, so at this point, we'll go over to item number 8, which is the approved and adopt resolution number 2015-092, establishing a residential parking zone in the 135 block of Korak Street. So who's handling that?
I pulled it.
Oh, go ahead.
And I just want to say that I met with the residents. It was one of the council meetings where I believe Councilmember Rubio and myself were the only ones here. There was no quorum. The people were here ready to speak on behalf of Korak Street and their concerns. I asked Officer Kuberry to assist me with some of the discussions, as well as a translator for those that didn't speak English. And I do think that this is very necessary for us to look into. There is trouble on that street with a lot of the concerns that the residents had. So I agree, and I really like this turning into a permanent parking. So I make a motion for us to go ahead with that.
Second.
Any objections? Seeing none, so moved. All right, so we'll go over to item number 9, which is approval of a consulting services agreement with Honda Inc. For design of the San Diego River commuter bikeway. So
Mayor, I just wanted to hold over for one more meeting. I didn't get a chance to talk to Dan about that. That's like,
all right, I'll go ahead. Is that a motion?
yeah, just one more.
I'll second. Any objections? Seeing none, so moved. All right, we're going to go over to the reports of officers. We have item number 7. Let me read that, which is actually for the public hearing. Consideration of adoption of an interim emergency ordinance of the City Council for the City of Baldwin Park, establishing a moratorium on all new and expansions of existing massage establishments. So at this point, who is handling this? Oh, the Honorable, the Distinguished, Amy Harvin.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor, council members, and members of the audience. Before you is a request to adopt an interim urgency ordinance which would establish a moratorium on the establishment of new and the expansion of existing massage establishments within the City of Baldwin Park. Prior to 2009, the state of California did not uniformly regulate massage businesses or massage professionals. In order to establish uniform massage regulations, Senate Bill 731 was approved. This state law limited the power of local governments to regulate massage professionals and prohibited local jurisdictions from permitting and testing massage professionals. AB 619, which amended this bill, further limited our regulatory power over land use and required that local governments classify massage establishments the same as other professional services such as medical offices. Earlier this year, AB 1147 was adopted, seeing the sunset of priorly adopted SB 731. And what AB 1147 did is it divided responsibility for massage establishments. The state of California now certifies and regulates massage professionals, while local governments now have the ability to regulate massage businesses through their local land use authority. However, because we have no current development standards, such as hours of operation, being able to require conditional use permit, minimum light standards, things of that nature, what we want to do is adopt this moratorium so that we have time to put these development standards in place in order to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the City of Baldwin Park. So at this time, staff is recommending the council waive further reading, read by title only, and adopt ordinance 1378 entitled an interim urgency ordinance of the City of Baldwin Park declaring a moratorium on the establishment of new and the expansion of existing massage establishments within the City of Baldwin Park and declaring the urgency thereof. And this concludes staff's presentation.
Second. I'm just kidding.
I make a motion.
All right. At this point,
To go ahead with moratorium.
well, let me open up the public hearing. We'll definitely do that as well. All right, this one, I'd like to open up the public hearing regarding this particular case, and I will entertain those that are in favor of this massage the moratorium, excuse me. So you're in favor of the moratorium, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't think these things should be allowed. They're a haven for illegal activity. We know what we're talking about here. Goes on and on. I'm surprised you waited this long to take care of this. I thought it was taken care of years ago, but maybe not. These types of places are breeding grounds for all kinds of illegal activity. If they want to do those things, they go on the internet and shop for whatever they want to there. These massage parlors, a lot of these places, they're prostitution and things like that. They've done stings in other cities, and so yeah, this is a good one. Policing it is another thing. I don't know how you're gonna the resources on that, but the stings and things will take care of it. Maybe can shut the ones that are here down. Okay, that's pretty much all.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay, all right. Anyone else wish to speak in favor of the ordinance? If not at this point, I will not entertain anyone that is opposed to the ordinance. See no interest, and I'll declare the public hearing closed. So at this point, there was a motion on the floor by Vice Mayor Cruz Baca. I'll second. Any objection? See none, so moved. All right, we'll go over to the Actually, we're gonna go over to the items, the direction and approval of the 60th anniversary logo marketing campaign. So who's handling this? Manny, thank you.
Mayor, Pro Tem, members of the City Council, I'm happy to share with you 5 designs that we have commissioned a professional artist, Mrs. Sherry Wu from Wonder Studios. She just so happens to be the artist that created the 50th anniversary logo, as well as some other renderings within the city. So without further ado, with the city celebrating its 60th anniversary, January 25th, next year, we've come up with a few logos. So we will go ahead and go through them. All of them represent a new look. Since 60th does represent the diamonds, they have diamonds intertwined within the logo. And this is the first logo, and it represents the 60th anniversary in a diamond shape. The concept of this logo design is based of the multifaceted elements in a diamond fused with festive rainbow-like colors to achieve a happy and cheerful look and feel. So that is the first logo. We actually have 5 logos, so we'll go through all of them. And this is option number 2. Again, this design draws an angular, multifaceted elements of diamonds and framed in rectangular shape. Color palettes are bright and brilliant. So that is number 2, or B. And C, this concept draws on the spotlight of the center stage for representing a truly special event where the number 60 comes in focus. Again, the color palettes are vibrant hues with gradation. And moving on to the number D. This design draws on the stage of diamond in a straightforward fashion with an overall air of simplicity and elegance. Rainbow-like colors to illustrate sparkling and ever-essent impression. And last but not least, this resembles the top of a diamond. The logo design is another representation of a multifaceted characteristic in a diamond with vibrant colors to achieve a unique and sophisticated look and feel. Please keep in mind any of the logos you select. We can still make modifications if council chooses to make modifications. But for those of you that recall 10 or 15 years ago when we had our 45-year anniversary logo and our 50th, the logo will be incorporated into all the publications, t-shirts, designs, street banners. You pretty much name it, all of our promotional material, the logo will be incorporated. And I'm very proud and happy to say 10 years ago, the city received numerous awards for the 50th anniversary logo, as well as a marketing campaign. This concludes staff's presentation. Be happy to answer any questions or review any of the logos.
Okay, you know what? I like the first one. The Baldwin Park 60th anniversary.
Can I add to that? I agree with the mayor. The 60, only because the colors are so beautiful, but we also want to focus on the number, which is 60. The other ones are really well done and very artistic, but the 60 tends to get lost with all the colors and design. That's really nice and clean. The only thing I would just add is the letters. They need to be bolder. And I can see, for example, on option E, the Baldwin Park anniversary, letters are bolder and brighter. So that logo with bolder letters, I would agree with the mayor.
So the 60, the actual number 60, this one would like a little bit bolder.
No, the letters like Baldwin Park on top and 60th anniversary. I think if you look at option E, the letters are brighter, bolder, flatter.
Okay.
I like option 2, only because the 60 isn't lost with the diamonds and all the color. The only thing that's missing on this one, I believe, are the years, which is 1956 to 2016. you said that there would be logos, there would be T-shirts and so forth. This needs
Yes.
to go along with for T-shirts or something like that that you might use as a marketing tool.
Yes, all of them can be, yes, number two. Number 2 and number 1 are very, very nice. If you take a look at your hard copies, you'll take a look at the vibrant colors. The presentation on the wall really doesn't give it justice, but the actual hard copy, the colors are a little more accurate. If council wishes option B, we could definitely incorporate the years. And as part of your packet, there's a very small logo, so that would represent the POW pin. If we chose to have an anniversary lapel pin like we did 10 years ago.
Mayor?
Yes, ma'am.
I also like B, and I do like A. But what I like about B is that, for any letterhead or where there's a white background, I think this one will stand out more versus A, that really doesn't have, it becomes, a little bit too much part of the white background. So I like B as my first choice, and then I do like A as my second choice.
All right, Councilor Ricardo Pacheco?
Kind of like A, I think that's good.
I don't know, this is like, how about the audience?
Some of both.
So once again, we have A, we have B, we have C, D, and E.
I like A. So we're taking a vote on it right now, is that what we're doing?
Yes.
So I'll make a motion to adopt A, which is the one that's up there now.
I'll second it with the bolder letters.
Any objections? See none, so move at the anniversary. Okay. With the first one, hey, sorry about that, Gene. All right, so at this point, we're going to go over to the item 13, which is a review of the current application and consideration of appointments, reappointments, or removal of members of the Recreation and Community Services Commission or other commissions as appropriate. All right, so at this point, which do we have open? Hold on, let me look at 13.
Currently, we have 1 vacancy in the Parks Commission and 2 vacancies in the HR Commission.
All right, for the HR Commission, I want to go ahead and move for Edwin Bojorquez. That is my motion.
Second.
Second, vacancy, none, so move.
For Parks and Rec, I move for Saul.
All right, I'll second. And then we still have one additional one. Do we have candidates for that?
Yeah, we'll continue to
I continue. All right, sounds good. So at this point, we're at the end, but I just want to make a comment real quick.
Sorry to interrupt, let me just go back to the logo, Manny. Are we gonna see like the updated version of, the bold letters?
Absolutely.
Because you know what, I want to just, be respectful to Councilmember Monica Garcia and
Yeah.
Chris Bach. I'm thinking, okay, well, what if we saw those 2 options with adding the year? Because I think that's important, right? The incorporation. The option that they want to be doesn't have the year. And what if we brought those 2 with the year somewhere and bolder letters, and then maybe we can pick from there?
If those are council's wishes.
Cool. So wait a minute. So what do you want to do?
Let him bring back A and B with some of the changes. A, Councilmember Rubio wanted bolder letters.
Right.
With B, we had asked for the year to be added to it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I have to take into consideration, I'm not trying to sell anybody on the idea, and I wanted, if they're wearing staff or even we're wearing white t-shirts, which one will look the best and not get lost in the t-shirt?
I still like it.
I do like it too, but.
Okay, so the
Just
vote.
bring A with the.
Yeah, just bring it back.
Bolder letters.
We'll bring it back, and again, we'll consider it.
So just for clarification, I will bring back A, or A with modifications, and A with modifications, and B.
What if we look at a half
Okay. Then I I will work with the designer, and I will be back in 30 days with a new look.
All right, so.
Only because I know there's gonna be so much marketing and so
We'll
much
have
stuff, so, yeah.
And yes, city council made very, very good.
Can we start everything right now, or you can't?
Will be in color.
Never mind. All right. Okay, real quick, that's fine. At this point, I just want to say, I want to bring Rafael Gonzalez. He's a librarian who retired, and a very humble person who served for, I believe, over 40 years with the LA County Library, and he was the last librarian here. So I want to recognize him over at the last street market. So let's see if we get a hold of him, Mr. Carrillo or someone, please. So we can do that, and I think that will be amazing. Want to also follow up on what Ms. Vargas mentioned here. The 98 cents, I know before we were on them, it's just filthy, and I don't understand what's going on there. So we need to have code enforcement go over there, or someone meet with them when we can, just to let them know they need to clean the place up, hire someone to clean it up. What's the legal counsel doing in the back over there? Lobbying? Okay, so at this point, I was gonna ask him a question, but he's over there. But go ahead.
Mayor, can I just say something? I just want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for their support. It's been really tough. I thought it would be hard for my dad, but my mom is harder. Only because I guess she was spicier, and I really miss her.
All right.
Thank you for
Hey, you know what?
allowing me to be gone.
Yes, absolutely.
I went to my hometown and relived my childhood.
Awesome.
And I also want to thank my husband, Alfonso, for all his support of all these 27 years that he had taken second position because my parents were my priority.
Mm-hmm.
Like now we're starting our new life together. And I also want to wish him a happy birthday. He's catching up to me, but not yet. And God bless you and thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. And your monster was one of this.
Thank you. When's your birthday? Yeah?
September 12th.
¿Cuántos años?
65.
Oh, 65. Oh.
Wait for Medicare.
That's right. All right, thank you very much. Anyone else have any, real quick, also, before I forget, Dan, they're doing a good job, of course, on the medians, but some of them need to be trimmed as you're going further down on Ramona, going over by the railroad track. Just kind of trim them out, please. And then the signs that are there, I hate to say it, but you have to stop in front of traffic to be able to read what's on there. Had they been a different background with big, huge lettering, where we're not buying the grass.
That's up to the metropolitan, or the.
Well, let's get it, because have you seen the signs that are up there?
Also, that's another complaint for
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, because I mean, there's so much writing on such little sign, you know?
Or hopefully they have like a water drop or something so that it shows
there you go.
water.
Do you know all the signs in other cities seem to, the ones in Arcadia are brown.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
I mean, you're like squinting as you go by and you realize what it's for.
And I'm glad you bring it. We're gonna make sure that we place it in gold writing in the now, letting people know about the medium and what's occurring in the water throughout. There's still people out there riding their grass like no tomorrow on the driveways. So we need to make sure we get that word out.
Yeah, I'd like to ask staff if they'll bring back a report to let us know what the status of the property at Merced and Baldwin Park, the project.
That's right.
I'd really like to know what the status is because it looks very, it's really dilapidated right now. The fencing, the net is kind of coming undone. The windows are all broken out. I know that PD and the fire department use that for some training exercises, but I really do think that we need to improve the appearance of that site.
Mayor, just a couple of items. One is I'd like code enforcement to take a higher priority on abandoned homes. There's a number of homes that look abandoned with high growth of weeds and broken windows, and they're just a very homes are just not attractive. We need to really get code enforcement to work with, if it's the banks or whoever it is in there, to really begin to clean up those homes and and get on cleaning up those parts of the community that have a lot of that issue. Also, we can look at, and I don't know how much the city can get involved in this, but we'll get a report from staff in regards to having more training for unlicensed drivers and see how the city can participate in doing that and kind of, looking at that a little closer. As we could talk to staff for waste management, right there. Some of the trash cans that are for the city, they're the black ones, they have graffiti, and we need to find a way to clean those up, make sure that they don't, that when the graffiti's on there, it's removed right away. And if you could work a little more, or staff could work with waste management to remove a lot of the mattresses and a lot of the furniture. I know it's an issue, I think, maybe it's a training issue with the community, but I've still seen a lot more mattresses and a lot of furniture out there. And somehow we need to take care of that and remove that, because that just doesn't make the city look at all that well. And again, just so the community knows that all of us, the council, myself, also have a concern about projects that impact local schools, residences, and the types of projects that come in. So I want to make sure that staff keeps us abreast of these projects and where they're headed at, and make sure that we're don't bring projects that are disruptive to a peaceful community. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, at this point, I want to move for adjournment.
Real quick, I'm sorry, I just want to remind everyone, tomorrow we have the street fair, and we have one more, which is the 10th, that's the last one. I was really happy to see most of our staff last week. I think you all saw that. Yes. They were having a great time and enjoying themselves, and I think that's great. So everyone's welcome to join us once again. Thank you.
Before I forget, I just want to let, won't be here at the next meeting. I'll be in Washington, D.C. with Helen. Mike, you want to talk about the program for Park and Rec, since you're area.
Yes.
We got invited by the White House.
And just one more announcement, on September the 12th, there is going to be an Independence Day, a Mexican Independence Day celebration at the Superior Shopping Center, and there's going to be mariachis and food and everything, so that's September the 12th. Thank you.
Thank you. Manny, can you cover that real quick?
Yes, Mayor. Just like to elaborate a little bit. The mayor and staff have been invited by Michelle Obama, the First Lady, to visit the White House. This will be the mayor's second trip to Washington, D.C. The city and the department have been working on childhood obesity and healthy policies probably since 1999, way before it was so popular to be healthy. Back in 2003, we opened up the Teen Center and Skate Park, which were healthy vending machines, and that evolved into all of the vending machines citywide. So there is a specific criteria that we reached. We have 5 gold medals, and we are one of the 4 or one of the 3 cities in California to achieve that. So it's just another feather in the city's hat for all of the good work that the city's been doing for 15 years, approximately. So Helen Hernandez, supervisor from the Arts Recreation Center, will be accompanying the Honorable Mayor to the White House for a reception with Michelle Obama, the First Lady. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So, thank you. Thank all the city council members, all of us together as a team. I just want to, first of all, say good evening, and at this point, I will move for adjournment.
Second.
Any objections? See none? Good evening. Viva Baldwin Park. I almost forgot that. Okay. Hey, did you hear what I told you about back there? You didn't hear me? I needed you, and I said, "What's the city attorney doing back there lobbying?" Everyone's laughing. You didn't hear it? I did.